Oh.
What's up?
What are we saying? What's up, guys?
Yeah.
But then that's like, there's the gender thing. You don't want to say like, what's up, guys, and then there's
Oh my
girls
god,
out
it's
there.
not a gender. Are you serious?
But
That's how we approach things.
But there's girls out there.
So when you go into a group of girls and guys, you go, oh, hey, ladies. Hey, guys.
No, you say, what's up, y'all? Because,
I
you
don't
know,
take
it's
it.
like,
Oh my
guys.
God.
What's
up,
up,
guys?
You really go again with the gender thing. Like, we're gonna get in trouble because of that.
Let's go.
Oh.
You almost hit me off the bed.
Oh.
We're back.
Whew. It's 1:30 in the morning while we're filming this. But anything for y'all.
Like, we started earlier, but there's so much noise and stuff like that, so.
But
how many hours have passed since then? We started at like 6, 7-ish, and it's 1:30 a.m. So
we had a lot of distractions.
Yeah, so now we're refilming this.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with our topic, and our topic today is how we first met.
But warning you guys now, like, we don't have that story that a lot of people think we have, or we didn't meet in high school, we didn't meet in middle school.
We didn't meet saying like, oh, I played football and she was a cheerleader, and you know.
Even though I did cheer.
And I did kind of play basketball.
Oh, you mean to say you were the basketball boy and I was the cheerleader then?
Wow.
Yeah, we just don't have that story where, like, whether or not we played sports or not, which we did in our past, but it wasn't like we played sports and it was one of those relationships. It wasn't like he came with me with flowers and stuff like that and asked me. It was truly like nothing at all. Wow. Like that.
Oh, I think you're just gonna leave it as nothing at all. My heart.
It was nothing at all.
Dang. Oh, loyalty.
But he's still been my best friend since I was probably in diapers.
Probably. We were in diapers playing around. Hey. Calm down. Hey, okay. No.
Alright, so how do I say it? Okay, so basically
we just start from the beginning.
Our moms met in high school. They almost got into a fight the first time they ever met.
It was crazy.
Because my mom was dating his mom's best friend, and my mom never knew about his mom and how she was his best friend or whatever. So I guess his mom heard like other people saying that my mom was talking about his mom when she didn't even know anything of her existence.
There's some gossiping.
Yeah, it was just like girls trying to start drama. And then his mom tried to come and confront my mom. And my mom was like a real bully in high school, you guys. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. She was literally a bully. Like, boy, if you guys knew me personally, you guys would know I have some stories. So
oh my god.
But his mom was trying to fight my mom, and it was just not, my mom was not having it that night. She was like, if you really want to fight me over some gossip you heard, then sure, let's go, but I don't know what you heard. And his mom felt so stupid, because she was like, I actually listened to people who she called her friends. Anyways, that's boring stories, because, you know, that's past. But fast forward, like, what, 20 years now, and they were probably like, they were like 10 years into their relationship, because we are older. This was probably like, okay, so Fast forward 5 years.
Uh-uh.
Because they've been friends for 21 years now.
That's true, yeah. Well, fast forward a few years later.
Yeah, like 5-6 years later. Actually, no, they've been friends for longer than 20 years, like 25 years, because my mom and my dad have been together for 22 years. And they met before my dad.
We'll just leave it as fast forward.
Sorry, yeah. So, fast forward, like...
a few years. Okay, don't do the math.
Yeah. And his mom gets pregnant with him. And then, fast forward, like, 10 months, my mom gets pregnant with me, and...
Once she came out, they were talking about how cool it would be if we got together.
Yeah. I actually found in my grandma's photo book. I clearly don't have the image because I probably would have been posting about it, but there's a picture I found of us like really babies, like cuddled.
Was that when? Oh yeah. Oh no, there was this one time we had that New Year's picture and you were sitting on my lap.
Oh yeah, we have so many pictures together, but as far as our memories go back of pictures that I anyways had or that I found and we actually had a solid picture of it, it was the picture that's in our intro. But other than that, we don't have any. We haven't gotten a hold of a copy of like old photos. We've seen old photos of us, but we don't have a copy.
Which sucks.
So the only photo you can go back is like when we first started walking, which was the photo in our intro.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so around that time they wanted us to basically get together, and there's a lot of deeper background with it, but his mom has always been protective about him, and she never wanted him to date. Even when we were kids, they kept talking about it like as a joke. And middle school is when, of course, relationships started happening and getting serious. So
she thought I was not dating nobody. Everyone thought I wasn't dating in middle school. Like when I was dating girls.
He was a player in middle school, guys.
I'm not gonna lie.
So anyway, so like
I was
6th grade, 7th grade, Kick. I know everyone remembers that. Kick was the new it,
the
and
OG.
Yeah. So anyways, that was going on, and me and him. Obviously, Kick is what kind of like brought everyone together. Once Kick went out and numbers actually had to be given out, we lost touch again. But after I moved to Maryland, we're like jumping around all in the story. Sorry, guys. But like, so when I was about 7, I basically was raised with them. My mom and his mom were always busy working and everything. So his grandparents were like my grandparents. I don't know how to really say it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was always at his house.
In Pro City.
Yeah, in Pro City. And then 7, my mom wanted to take a trip to Maryland. And we moved.
And then I moved.
Yeah, so we're going for a vacation, and then we ended up deciding to stay out there, and I went to school for about a year, and I met one of my long best friends, Megan. She lives in Tennessee now.
She might be watching this. You know, hit her line. She misses you.
I actually do need to go see her. It's been like 8 years. God,
she always be talking about you, you know. It's like, oh, my best friend Megan, you know. Like,
who's so far away.
But if she is watching this, please hit her up. She misses you.
You make me sound like I have no life. Thank you.
You have a lot of friends.
So, So anyways, we ended up, I ended up moving out there. My grandma got sick, and they were saying that she has less than a week to live. So we ended up getting rid of everything in our house, and we came home. Sadly, the day we came home, we didn't get to tell my grandma goodbye. But I was home for like 3 years, and then his mom randomly hit my mom up, and by then they had moved from Pearl City, and it was like
a few
minutes. I was 9, almost 9 coming home. So she hit her up like 3-4 years later. So that was me like at 11 or 12. So that's preteen. So of course I felt more like their family, even though I was raised with their family, just like being apart that long and the whole transition between moving houses and going to a new school and stuff like that, and him having new friends, I didn't feel like I matched anymore, so I ended up distancing myself. And the only time I would really talk to him is if he messaged me.
Yeah, so it wasn't all my fault. She could have hit me up anytime.
But then I always stayed with him on Instagram, but his bio kept changing from one name to another.
What is that supposed to mean? Huh?
Oh. Anyways, so yeah, so we ended up reconnecting kind of with Kick, and we would talk, but he always had a new girlfriend. In middle school, he was always dating girls. But one time he was single for like the longest of like 2 weeks.
Okay, no. Don't even play that. I wasn't dating anyone for like a few months.
Liar.
2 months.
2 weeks. And so I tried hitting him up. I was like, oh, hey, what happened with you and your girl? You know how those combos start.
It kind of happened every time I broke up with a girl.
I would always ask you because I was curious if you were okay. Like, is it her fault or is it your fault? But I guess I was wrong. It was never her fault.
No.
Anyways.
It was their fault. Oh my god.
Anyways, so I asked him one random time and we ended up talking. And then he kind of talked to me, like we were talking, and I thought being a naive little girl, thought we were gonna start something, but I guess I was wrong.
I was trying to start something too, but
you've been trying to start something for like the longest time with me.
Okay, at the
Don't
time,
even go there.
At the time, I didn't know what I wanted, to be honest. I was just all over the place. I was experiencing new things because...
New things?
I wouldn't experience things that far, okay? I was just experiencing things, you know. I didn't know what I wanted. I was clueless, man.
He was a normal teenage boy.
I was a normal prepubescent teen, you know. I was learning things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, carry on. So, after... Well...
We kind of started something. We weren't official, but we were like talking as if we were, and he started talking to another girl.
I broke her heart.
The first time.
I'm sorry.
And so I kind of stopped talking to him for a little while. Because he was like the first guy to break my heart, so it hurt a lot. And so I kind of stopped talking to him for a little while, and then he hit me up randomly, like a year or two later, when I was about to make my first trip out to California. And actually that time we were talking like a month before I left, and we did make things official.
Yeah.
And when I was out there, we ended up breaking things off. I low-key forgot what went wrong. I don't think you cheated on me. I
didn't cheat on you. I remember because we were talking, and your mom, I kept asking you, I was like, does your mom know? Does your mom know? And then you're like, yeah. She's getting an idea. She's starting to know.
Because I was in California. I wasn't cared about what my mom thought back home. I was living the dream. I was away from home at a young age. I was with my best friend, who's my cousin. And it was just life for me.
So, that was... It wasn't because I cheated. I never cheated on you when we were official. I did talk to someone else though when we were. I know. I'm sorry. Stop it. Okay, so.
But he did break my heart.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because he cheated on me that time.
And I am not proud of it. But when she was in California and we were texting and stuff, and I was like, what was I doing? I don't think I was giving enough time.
I really forget what it was. It was so long ago. But he broke my heart, but he didn't cheat on me. Main idea, I guess.
Yeah.
But I ended up coming home. And that New Year's, his mom invited them over, so they stopped by.
Mm-hmm.
And Elijah, like, literally kept staring at me.
Because she's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You don't even know. My whole life, I knew how beautiful she was. My whole life, every time I saw her, I would get butterflies, even when I was a baby. I was like, dang, I got butterflies.
Like, I had a really big living room back then, so we had a long couch with like 8, 9, 10 chairs.
And guess who
4 recliners
to sit right next to me?
And there was no other seats available in my case. Mm-mm. And actually, Kayla, literally Kayla was always like, she was like, she knew that I fell for him and stuff like that, and she knew that I, like, every time I saw him I got butterflies and I liked him, and she knew that he, like, felt the same just by how he kept staring at me and stalking me all night.
I was not stalking you. You can't make me sound like a creep. I was not stalking you.
But then actually she ended up pushing me on him, and literally I landed on his lap, and he gave me that face. He was like, I mean, you can stay there if you want. And I, like, kind of was like, oh, sorry.
I know, like, she sat there and then she slowly slid off to the side.
Because I was awkward. I was like, ah. And, I mean, he was like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
So casually, like, going from being shy to casual. I was like, wow.
We texted about it when I went home.
I felt so awkward.
You were like, oh, I feel so bad about, like, sitting on the lap and stuff. I was like, don't even worry, it's fine. And then she just kept going like, no, I feel so bad. It was so awkward and stuff. She kept saying like, oh, it was so awkward. I didn't like it and stuff. Or not, you didn't say you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
I was like, oh, I don't mind you sitting on my lap and stuff. And then you're like, oh, really?
I'm like, oh, okay. But we kind of lost touch again, and then high school came, and I don't know. I think freshman year.
We started talking.
Before I moved to Vegas, freshman year, his mom took me out for the day. She had to run some errands, and she had my mom's car, and she had to pick me up from school anyways. So she was like, hey, you want to come with me on some errands? I was like, sure, why not? And his mom used to play, like, the role of my second mom. So, like, talk about being close with her. Like, I felt like, because she has him and his youngest brother. So I was like, I feel like I'm like that daughter like she never had. I don't know. We were always so close. And then one random day she was like, oh, I gotta run some errands in Coppolay. I was like, why not? Go for the ride. And get to chit chat with her more because I hadn't seen her in a little bit. And then while we're leaving, actually no. She kept trying to make me confess that I, like, felt for you or something. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
But, like, while we're leaving, I'm thinking we're going home. I had just came from school. I looked horrible. She calls him, and he's at a football game.
Oh, no, I called her. I was like, Ma, I need some money.
No, she called you. I remember this conversation because I was so nervous.
I was
It's like she set it up because she was like, oh, hold on, I need to call Elijah. I was like, okay. She gave me, like, that look, like, okay, let's see. And I was like, because she kept talking about him the whole ride. I didn't get it. And she had called him, and she's like, hey, son, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, nothing. I'm at a football game with friends. And she was like, oh, okay, well, do you need money? And he goes, oh, no, I'm fine. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to bring you money anyways. And, like, she insisted on bringing him money. And finally, he was like, okay, I guess.
And she didn't tell me that
she didn't tell me
was coming.
Yeah, she didn't tell me that we were even going to see him. And I had just came from looking all hash and I was like, So we go to this dang football game, and they're conversating. He does not look at me once.
Okay, no.
He's over. He's behind the fence.
Your first thing that caught my eye as soon as I walked up. No, on Jesus, you're the first one that caught my eye.
So we're standing at the fence, and he walks up
right there.
I'm behind. I'm behind her. I was so scared. Because I hadn't seen him in forever. My heart was racing. Everything. I was like his voice had changed. His look has changed.
My voice got lower.
He got out of his little hoeing phase. It was so good. I was like, whew. When he walked past, I was like, damn, where has time gone with you?
Oh my gosh.
I remember I literally bombed Kayla's phone, and I was like, yo, Kayla, oh my god. And she was like, what?
That's when my hair was messed.
Anyway, so he's behind.
Hair. Oh my gosh. I had I hated it.
So he's behind the fence because it's obviously a football game. And his mom's talking to him. And I felt like he did not notice me at all. So then I'm like sitting there. And I'm like, great. So then finally his mom goes, well, are you going to say hi to Marley? And he looks over at me and he's like,
Don't do it. She keeps saying like,
He had so much excitement.
She kept saying like, this is how I say it. Oh, hey, Marley. I didn't even say it like that. Oh my goodness.
Stop it.
I didn't say it like that.
No, you really did.
I was like, hey, Marley. That's it. I was not like.
Oh, your voice went really deep.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Marley. And then you keep saying like, I was like, oh, hey, Marley.
No, he was like.
Not like that.
No, he was just like, oh, hey, Marley. Like his meaning, I sound like a girl. You sound like a guy, so it's going to be different.
Well, then do a low voice.
I can't. I really can't.
Try.
Anyways,
hey,
no.
Marley. Yo, what's up, Mar?
What?
Okay.
No, okay, so then he had so much excitement coming through that. He was like, oh, hey, Marley. Like, he had so much excitement.
No. You made it sound I was on some crack. I was like,
you had excitement. Hey, like, he sounded so happy to tell me hi. It was like, wow. But then we actually ended up leaving. And then I told his mom, I was like, we need to get together more. You know, I miss my best friend. And she was like, I know, I'm sorry. And so, like, within a week, she literally came to my house with him, and we were going to the movies. And this is the night Kayla broke her ankle.
Oh, my gosh. That was hilarious. It wasn't Maze Runner. It was a Mockingjay.
Do you remember our first movie?
No, it was Maze Runner. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
So we ended up doing that, and then we texted after the football game. He was like, oh my god, how have you been? And I tell him now, if he really wanted me to stay to that football game, all he had to do was ask. But he didn't want me to. I didn't want to,
because I put myself in your shoes, and I was like, that would be so weird to take you out your comfort zone just so you hang out with a whole bunch of people you don't know.
I mean, back in middle school, I was like so down to hang out with people. Like now I'm not, but back then I was. But now, I don't know, actually. Like, I kind of wish you did ask me to stay.
I kind of wish that, like, I don't know. I did ask you to stay. But I didn't want to take you out your comfort zone.
Well, yeah, so we went to the movies within that week. And then we took him home, and he actually confessed to me on the ride home. Mind you, we're sitting next to each other, but we're texting each other.
No.
On the way home, when we were dropping you guys off.
You're right. Okay, no, wait. We have to take it back to the movie. So before the movie started...
Before the movie went to Starbucks, and I asked him if he wanted anything, and he declined. He was not talking at all.
I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty awkward because I didn't want to do something wrong.
He dressed up so nice for that movie, and I looked so hash.
No, you never look hash. You need to stop that.
No, like literally, you could tell like he really dressed out for that movie.
Of course, I was gonna see you, but anyways, we're gonna go take it to after the movie.
During the movie, we were actually talking. And we started getting, like, really close to the movies, but he
he started, like, trying to snuggle with me.
I was actually tired during that movie because I remember me and Kayla had school that day. And then she was like, Marley, come on. We actually took a nap when we came home, too. And we had to rush to do our hair and everything. It was that day was crazy. I remember it because Kayla failed her test and she was really upset.
Failed their test and broke her ankle.
Yeah. So then after the movie, these people would not move. We're in the same row and these, like, I don't know, teenagers were not moving. And there was, like, we were the second to the last row in the front to the TV screen. Because it was a full movie. And we came in kind of late. Oh my God. Kayla, like, was like, I'm so irritated. So me and him go, like, around the seats that are near the wall. We slid across of them.
You can go around it. She didn't see that. She didn't see us walking around and then somehow magically in front of her.
She stepped onto the seat.
She steps on you know how the seat, they fold, right? They fold up?
Yeah, so she stepped onto it and then she stepped on it and then she, like, falled over. Like, it's like her ankle caught her and she, like, rolled onto the floor. And then, like, after that, she kept complaining and we were dying and she's like, shut up.
No, if it wasn't for her, then it probably would have been a little bit awkward after the movie. Like, I probably still wouldn't be talking, but if it wasn't for her, then yeah.
It opened up a lot of doors for him to actually talk.
But
we were laughing so much, and then while we were waiting for our parents in the back, because they had to run an errand, he actually hugged me, and he almost kissed me.
Because I
told him, I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. And I actually, like, it was a hug. And then, like, as soon as we pulled away, if our parents did not show up, he would have kissed me.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't, like, I don't know. It's just that, like, I don't know. I didn't want to kiss you.
Oh, so you didn't want to kiss me?
I didn't want to kiss you, but I did want to kiss you. Only because, like, I felt like if I was to kiss you, then you probably wouldn't feel the same. And then I was like, oh no. You know, it would have been like dummy awkward.
But then, like, I told Kayla that same night, I was like, kind of wish you did.
And then there was like us texting, we were talking about it.
Yeah, so on our way taking them home, we started texting about it. And that's when he confessed that he had feelings for me. And then I told him I had the same back. And we were talking for a few days, but then I got really busy. And I don't know what happened with him, but I got really busy and kind of lost contact.
Oh, I got a different phone.
Oh, yeah.
I got a different phone, and then we completely lost contact because that phone just, like, it broke in my hands. I was holding it, and it just, like, disintegrated, and it turned to dust. And then, yeah, my phone broke, and I had to get a new one, and then I completely lost our contact, and then I didn't have your social media either.
Yeah, because you would change your social media. You went from, like, your older one to, like, your new one right now. Yeah. It took me a minute to find him. He actually popped up in my suggestions, and I followed him and stuff like that. But we got in retouch, but by then, we got in touch again because I was, like, I wasn't really on Kick around that time. But I know he had messaged me on Kick after he lost my number, but I wasn't on it a lot. And then by then I was getting ready to move to Vegas when we got back in touch. And they were actually supposed to move up, but didn't. So when I came home, we were talking a little bit when I first moved to Vegas and then stopped. And then we got back in touch. It was after I came home. How did we get back in touch again? After I came home from Vegas?
Oh, I think your mom called me and told me that you're back. And I just texted you.
Something like that.
Someone called me and told me that you were back. And then, yeah, I texted you and stuff.
Yeah, we started talking again. But even till, like, today, till, like, this past summer, we kind of were, like, off and on. We've always been off and on texters. So, like, that's why our story keeps pausing and going.
Yeah.
Because it's either me not replying to him or being angry at him.
No,
which
you
was, like, about
always...
40% of the time.
Okay, no,
and then there was the other times. Can I finish? I'm talking. I'm talking.
Oh, my God.
There was the other, like... 60% of the time where he was either talking to another female or he was busy in his own life and everything like that. But his mom, literally in his whole life, his mom has always told me, and some of my friends who are probably watching and some of the ones who know about it, his mom would work with my mom before I even left for Vegas. So this is far back, sorry. But, she always told me, and she even admitted in front of my friend, she was like, I am the only girl that his mom ever approved of. Like, she wanted us to get together so bad. She was like...
She doesn't want me with nobody else.
Yeah.
Like, I think I told her one time I had a girlfriend, and then she was like, no.
Yeah. It was so weird, and so... I mean, I was flattered, but I didn't know if he ever felt the same. But then later on, when I came home and stuff like that, we talked, but it wasn't really till this past summer. He messaged me. Actually, the way we really connected this time was he messaged me about a girl.
I had girl problems. It was honestly, it was an excuse to be able to talk to her.
Which I don't get why, because I'm not a scary person to text.
I just didn't, I don't know.
He's always been nervous to talk to me and be around me.
I really was. I ain't gonna lie. Because I just didn't want to mess up, and if I did mess up, I felt like I was gonna lose you because you're one of a kind, you know? I just didn't want to lose you.
So now that you're with me, am I still one of a kind?
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh my God. The second he's a real boyfriend. So we ended up talking a little bit, and we ended up really talking over my trip, and he came with my mom to pick me up from the airport.
And so like we were talking about, oh, would you hug me and stuff? I was like, yeah, I'd give you a big old hug. We were texting and stuff. This Missy right here, as soon as I come up and try to hug her, she gives me the doo-dooest hug ever. Like, I come in to hug her, and then she walks past, and then grab my arm, just grab my arm with both hands. That's what she does.
Because I was walking to the car, my mom. So
No.
The way that traffic is at the airport, there's this lane, and then there's a wall, and then there's the other lane where the Ubers go. My mom was on the other side where Uber goes.
There was no traffic. First of all, there was no traffic.
I'm saying like the way the lane.
No, but listen, there was no traffic, so you were in no rush. You stopped, looked at me, and you said, "Hi, Tyson." Looked at me, and you're like. And then I try to come and hug you, and then you hug my arm, and I'm like, what is this?
I was nervous. It's like the first time I really saw him, and he had changed again so much.
I had the beard and everything, bro.
I was nervous. But we were at my house, and then we decided to go for a movie that night. But we had ended up going to a doctor's appointment with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of when our first kiss happened.
Oh, yeah. My first, yep.
Uh-huh.
That was the first time, I never thought I would ever kiss her, honestly.
And he told me I told him, I was like, when I was on my trip, I was like, I kind of told him, I wanted to, but, he was like, he doubted me so much.
Oh, yeah, I was like, you wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't. You would not kiss me.
And I told him, I was like, you wouldn't do it. And he was like, I would.
Like, bet. Is this a challenge?
And who was the first one to kiss who?
I was actually going to kiss you first, but then I wanted to do it later. Kind of.
But that wasn't part of the challenge. Who kissed you first?
Oh my God. Whatever.
Say it.
Okay, you did.
Say it louder.
You kissed me first. Okay, you.
Yes.
You did.
Team Marley.
You kissed me first.
Yep. Team Marley over here.
And then it was
I kissed you a few times that night.
Oh yeah, you did.
But we even
the
ended
first
up...
one was at the car. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
and
were
then
chilling in the parking lot, and then I was sitting down, and then she came up to me, and I was like holding her and stuff, and then she looked at me, and I was like, "Hey," and she just stared at me for a good 5 minutes.
Well, cause like I hadn't seen him in forever,
I know, but
and like I was dreaming.
I was staring at her too, like I was looking, I got lost in her eyes. I was like, "Hey." And then she
it was like one of those cute moments. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was one of those moments.
And then like all you see is like her grab my face and then pull me close and then kiss me. I was like, whoa.
And like after, like literally after even my mom came, he was still in star. You could tell he was starstruck. He was
sitting in the back of the car. I was like,
and he was like looking, even like he would doze off on his phone. He'd just be like
I was staring at my phone. And my phone was off. Funny thing, my phone was off. It was like that. I was just staring at it. I was like, oh my God.
Like, it actually happened. And it was just so funny. And then me and him went to a movie that night. We saw, like,
that one. Yep, that's the movie.
We saw that movie.
That one.
I forget. I think it was, like, Pitch Perfect or something like that. No, I still have it. Let's see if I can find the picture.
But yeah, the kissing scene, it was basically like that for 5 minutes. We were just staring at each other.
We weren't that close.
We weren't that close, but we were just staring at each other for 5 minutes.
It was an intense moment. Yeah, so we went and watched a movie, and after the movie, he had to go home. But within a few days later, I was like, Mom, when am I gonna see him again? I was like wanting to just see him all the time. And it was so cute because our moms were so okay. Like at the beginning of the relationship, they wanted to support it so much. They were literally like willing to
take us out of school.
Yeah, they took us out of school to hang out with each other. There was
time when you weren't feeling good, and I was like, "Oh, Mom, I need to be there for her." And then she took me out of school, and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, there's just at the beginning of our relationship, they really like. They truly did support us, and like we did a lot of things together, like my family and his family together at the beginning of the relationship.
Oh, yeah, we went hiking and stuff.
Yeah, we went hiking. We took like late night walks on the beach and looked for shells. There was a time, there was a time we went all the way to North Shore at like 10 o'clock at night. It was crazy. It was just wow. Ha, here it is. Why isn't it opening? Girls Trip! That was our first movie that we watched alone together when I came home.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. We watched that on August 7th, 2017. And
that was before we were official.
Yeah, we weren't official until August 13th because I had came home.
Hey.
Did I come home on the 7th? Yeah, I must have. I came home on the 7th, and he officially asked me out on the 13th. And I said, yeah. And he asked me out, like...
yeah. She was like, yes.
Oh, shut up! It was like... He asked me out, like, during sunset.
No, right when... I timed it perfectly. Like, right when the sun touched the horizon and the sky was orange, I was like... I had to pop the question. It was now or never.
So yeah, it was cute. And yeah, for the past 7 months, almost 7 months, and like what?
8 more days.
5 more days. We make 7 months.
Well, for the past 7 months, she's been my ride or die.
And in those 7 months, he's moved in. And we went on a trip together, and...
Oh, yeah, they don't know that we moved in. I moved in. Hey.
Oh, yeah! we haven't really said anything. Yeah, he officially moved in, I mean...
Like a week ago.
Could have been on more positive notes, but he moved in.
Hey, it's still positive. I mean, I was happy.
So, and I know like a lot of people are like, wow, they moved in, they did a lot of things really quickly, but also you have to think like we've known each other forever, and though we haven't been together forever, our relationship, yeah, we've been through a lot together that we really probably haven't said in here.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, as much as we've been through it all, we've like really been best friends. And even like now in our relationship, I guess we're so good at co-working on things and handling things and going through things together, probably because we have our best friend relationship before our own relationship together. So a lot of people who do think it's all quickly, I mean, I would agree with you. Like if I was to watch, like, you know, tell people, you know, if I didn't know people and they were like, oh, I moved in with my boyfriend, we've been together 7 months, and we even went on a trip like 3 weeks ago for a week to Vegas, I would, I would think it's so soon, but our backstory is what makes it not so awkward and so quickly and stuff like that.
Funny thing is, you know, the whole time, like my whole life, she's always been in my life. Even if we haven't been talking, I've always, every single day that we haven't been talking, I've been thinking about her. She's always been on my mind. She always crossed my mind every single day. She's always been there, so.
We talked more probably than what we actually did say in the video. It's just like, yeah, time consuming.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're already at 40 minutes.
This is us, guys. We kind of let you into
our life.
Yeah.
Now get out. Get out my life. No.
So mean. That was an awkward kiss. Yeah, we've been through a lot, so.
No one better to go through things with, so.
Here's to 7 months together, almost.
Oh, yeah.
We actually celebrated, because Valentine's Day is on the 14th. We celebrated our 6 months and Valentine's Day.
And my birthday.
And his birthday in Vegas. So that was a nice surprise.
It was amazing.
So that was the half-year mark, guys. Stay tuned for the full year mark.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it'll be right after graduation.
I can't wait. I can't wait for our 1 year.
Yeah, because we graduated in May, June, July. So like 2.5.
Oh, we would be in Vegas by then.
Yeah, but we're probably going to take a trip. Take a trip on our favorite rocket ship, going through the sky. Little Einstein.
Wait, copyright.
Little Einstein. You guys, oh my god, I feel so bad for not filming yesterday. We were in a High School Musical theme party.
We were jamming.
I got him all this together.
No, it was the other one. Oh no, it was that one. Oh my goodness, we were jamming.
Or he wanted Fabulous.
No, you wanted Fabulous.
Summer. So how do you say it?
Uh-huh.
Say it. You were saying it yesterday. Come on.
Summer. That one.
He was like, no, but in the car he was more dramatic. He was like, Summer.
See, look at her being all dramatic with it. Oh my goodness.
Summer.
Extra.
Summer.
I was not doing that. But that's all. So that's our story time. And I hope you enjoyed us being silly.
We're really not filtered. Like, I don't like to cut out the bloopers. Well, like, we have bloopers and stuff like that. Obviously, that's how our video started. But,
you'll probably see the bloopers at the end of this video.
No, beginning. It's in the beginning.
Oh, you want the beginning bloopers?
So, yeah. Since you guys had seen that, you guys can see we have no filter.
Yep.
Like, I don't put on makeup to do this YouTube. I don't really care.
She doesn't need makeup. She has natural beauty.
So, yeah. Welcome to us.
Deuces, man.